PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox get an update. PlayStation speaks on their upcoming events and a 30th anniversary restock. All that and more in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to never miss a gaming update, and share the video to help grow our community. We'll also be going over comment of the day. Be sure to leave a comment as you could be featured in the next video. Now let's talk about this PlayStation 6 and next-gen Xbox update. Speaking on the NeoGAF forums, known AMD leaker Kepler L2 commented on the possibility of next-generation consoles having access to the DirectX 12 work graphs feature, which delivers better performance and improved scalability across complex workloads, including procedural generation, particle systems, and AI logic, saying that while hardware and API will be ready, it is unlikely to see widespread adoption as the engine and tools currently in use don't support this style of graphics programming. As such, it will be a while to see if the feature will bring significant performance improvements on consoles that go well beyond what we have already seen on PC shortly after its release. So DirectX 12 work graphs is a new technology designed to make games run more efficiently by improving how a console handles complex tasks like visual effects, random world generation, and enemy behavior. Think of it as a smarter way to organize and automate the flow of work between the CPU and the GPU, allowing the system to handle more with less effort. While future consoles will have the hardware and software needed to support this feature, most of the tools and game engines developers currently use, like Unreal Engine, aren't built to take advantage of it yet. That means even though the tech is promising, it likely won't see widespread use right away, and any major performance gains on consoles will take time to appear. So while it has shown benefits on PC, it'll be a while before we see those improvements translate meaningfully to next-gen console gaming, but rest assured that apparently it's going to be existent on those platforms. Now, it's really cool that we're getting a steady flow of next-gen news. Obviously, it's still early, right? I know Xbox probably will drop earlier than PlayStation 6. And as far as PlayStation 6 goes, I believe we were talking about possibly seeing it in 2028. So quite a ways away. And so we're going to continue to get more news about this next-gen system. And I'm really excited to hear more and more about it. Obviously, I'm not in a rush for that to drop, as I just got a PS5 Pro recently, and I'm still finding use with it every single day. So I want to get a lot of use out of this before I run off to the next gen system. And I think a lot of people are also feeling that way, as far as the comment section seems to be telling me. So really cool to have this update. But yeah, we've got a long way to go until we finally do see these systems. What are you thinking of this update? Are you excited for PlayStation 6, or are you still okay with your PS5 and not ready to move on even in 2028? Let me know down below.
One day I'll own a motor car. Are you fit?
On your wage.
Now next, we're talking about PlayStation, and they've actually put out a statement about upcoming events and where they will be. And Sony has basically said that they're not going to be at Gamescom next month. And they say in a statement, quote, Sony Interactive Entertainment currently has no plans to exhibit at Gamescom 2025. However, we look forward to exciting content and releases coming later this year. We do know that they're going to be at TGS, and obviously I expect them to be in some capacity at the Game Awards, and maybe they do some show of their own later this year, but I'm not holding my breath as far as that actually happening. But as you know, we get that speculation basically every year. Now, this means any first-party PS5 title or games backed by Sony won't be playable on the show floor, but it doesn't rule out the announcements being made at Gamescom Opening Night Live Showcase. So, you know, Jeff Keighley's thing, he still very well could have a trailer at his showcase. And again, a situation where, you know, Saros is a game that we're expecting to see more of this year. They've told us we're going to see more this year, but we just don't know when that's going to be. A lot of speculation has led to believing that they're not going to show anything about Saros until Ghost of Yotei is out the door, which is pretty logical for that to be the case. But at the same time, Ghost of Yotei is a much bigger scale game than anything Housemarque makes, even though I do love Housemarque myself. So this is where we're at right now. We've got Gamescom coming up, nothing big from Sony there. Maybe Jeff Keighley's got a trailer, who knows? And then of course, we've also got TGS coming in September, which will be interesting as far as Japanese games and PlayStation games as well. And we also have PlayStation at China Joy Expo in August as well, so there will be that as another thing for us to look forward to in August. But it'll be August for that, September for TGS, and then obviously we've got the Game Awards. So really exciting stuff still. There's a lot to look forward to. Let's see what they end up doing. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think we'll get anything at Gamescom Opening Night Live? Do you think we'll get anything cool at China Joy? and TGS as well. And what do you want to see? Let me know down below.
I see great power within you.
Now, next we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 30th anniversary restock. We're getting a restock, and this is according to a post from PlayStation. The 30th anniversary PS5 controller will get a limited restock on September 9th. Players in the US, UK will be able to pre-order the accessory exclusively on PlayStation Direct on July 23rd. PS Plus members will get pre-order early access on July 21st. Canada will also have the controller available to pre-order at select retailers. And these are the dates. We got US July 21st at 7 a.m. PT, PS Plus members only. July 23rd at 7 a.m. PT. UK July 21st at 10 a.m. BST for PS Plus members only. And then after July 23rd at 10 a.m. BST. And in Canada, we're going to have July 23rd at 10 a.m. EST, or whatever your local time zone is in Canada, wherever you reside. So we're going to get another chance to buy some anniversary products. Nothing that is super rare like the PS5 Pro bundles, but there are going to be some controllers and I believe some other stuff depending on the region that you're in. But nonetheless, there'll be some stuff there for some of you that are looking forward to those products or missed out in the first run. Hopefully, if you did miss out and you're looking forward to it and you wanted one, that this will be an opportunity for you to be able to grab one. Let me know if you guys are looking out for this, if you're interested in getting yourself a 30th anniversary PS5 accessory. Could be any one of the ones that they may have available, and which one are you looking forward to? Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about comment of the day, and this comes from the Game Vault 1970, who says, if Sony doesn't greenlight a Days Gone 2 for Bend Studios, especially after the re-release of the original game, they are leaving a ton of money on the table. This game has aged amazingly well, and the IP has a ton of potential. Forget the live service trash and give us what Ben did right. A single-player game with a great story and some unique gameplay. And I cannot disagree with you here, my friend. Days Gone 2 is something that I wanted from the beginning. After we played Days Gone 1, I loved it. I said, I can't wait for a Days Gone 2. And the fact we never got it was heartbreaking. And I'm glad that a lot of people are starting to feel that same way and appreciating the game that it was. And I do agree with you that clearly it's aging really well. Clearly a lot of people do love that game and love that IP, and there is a ton of potential there. And Sony Bend should absolutely work on a sequel and focus on the single player aspect of it. If they want to throw some co-op aspect in there or something along those lines in the future or even at launch, that is totally up to them. But I really do feel that they need to deliver a good single player game from Sony Bend. It needs to be Days Gone 2. And I feel like they've already built so many resources from there, so many assets that they can use and build upon, that they really shouldn't just throw that away and just go into a whole new IP, at least in my opinion. So I'm definitely in the same mind here as you. I definitely agree with this. Now, as far as, this being a possibility, I do think it's possible. I do think Sony may go back to it because it makes sense. My only concern is that the original staff that were working on Days Gone and what made Days Gone what it was, they have left. And so replacing those people and getting some people who can kind of match that energy, match the vision, the creative vision for a sequel might be more challenging because they're obviously not going to get those guys back. But if they do end up doing it, I'm there. Day one, I'll purchase the game. I'll play it. I'll be there. I'll give it a chance. And I do want to support the Days Gone IP because I really did enjoy it. It was really one of the last phenomenal PlayStation new IP that I just feel like we've been lacking lately. Although I do love Returnal, and I definitely don't mean to knock down Returnal in any way, but I see Returnal as less of a AAA game, whereas I see Days Gone as definitely a AAA game. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. What do you want from Sony Bend? Do you want to see Days Gone 2? Or do you want them to work on something completely different? As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're trying to hit our goal of 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you to everybody who does. As always, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.